Hi guys, it's Raven Scry. Today I'm going to be answering some of your questions in a video called Ask Raven. So if you'd like to ask me something, please pop it in the comments below. So the questions that I'm going to connect in and ask Spirit will be from underneath in the comments box of the last video. So as I connect now and connecting into Spirit, the first question that I feel drawn to is a question from Deb. And she says, we're in Mexico and we're wondering when we're going to be able to get back to the EU and when will all this madness end. Now, as I connect to your question, Deb, I'm getting pushed back. I feel as though there's more delays that Spirit's showing me. It's like wait it out. And it may be frustrating, but there is a lot of tension still around the situation. So it's going to take a little bit more time. And when I ask Spirit, is there a time period that they can give? They're referring to they're giving me around the 4-month time period. So perhaps within that time, something will then change and shift for you. It won't necessarily be in the way that you think it may be. It just may offer something new, offer a new opportunity or way in which you can see to move through this time period. They're also referencing a small boy. And there's a young boy that connects here. And as I ask Spirit to help me to understand what are they wanting to refer to, they're just bringing my attention to him and to him needing more attention at this time. And they show me you, Deb, holding his hand and a need for guidance at this time. It's like something's eventuating, changing in his world, and it's like your support is very much needed. And Spirit says that it's like you understand what they're referring to. Okay, so moving along to the next question from Osbo. Osbo says, for a while I've been contemplating living in a van and traveling, and now it seems like things are lining up for me in a way that I can actually do it. Coincidentally, that door opened up for me recently, immediately after you made the video talking about your van. Okay. I would love for you to ask Spirit if it's the right path for me. Unfortunately, I don't have a van at the moment, but I hope I can get one soon. Okay, thanks, Osbo. I firstly do resonate. It's interesting because someone underneath this has commented that if it feels right to do it, and I absolutely feel the same. Spirit impresses upon me that it's like you have to make that step. It's your choice there. It's like Spirit hands that choice to you, and as they do, it's like they support you in whatever choice you make. But particularly in this instance, with this choice, it's like it's going to open up something that is quite significant and is playing into many things coming together for you. So that's why they give it back to you. Give back, putting it outside of yourself, giving you this choice and saying you make this choice from the right place and be brave and step into what you choose here. Now, they speak of you, if you choose to make this step into this life in the van, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be different. So be aware that there'll be many new experiences and new things to get used to. But it will be very exciting if you approach it with the innocence of who you truly are, and not to let anyone else's opinions or views of what you should be doing sway you. Just follow your heart. Okay, moving along. The next question is from Shiv, who says, have I missed any signs or messages from my guides regarding my health? And thank you in advance. Now, Shiv, as I connect to your energy, it's like Spirit's showing me, it's like they're showing me this kind of cage and they're putting you behind the cage. And I ask Spirit, help me to understand what they're trying to show within this. They're talking about limitations, and they're showing me you distanced in some way. Now, as I connect to this further, it's like they're bringing my attention to your eyes, but it's like a line of sight, and the way that they show it, it's like they're showing me your eyes and your vision, and something regards to sight, and something that needs to be perhaps looked at with your sight. Now, it's interesting the way it comes through. It feels almost like it may be otherworldly. So whether this is more of a spiritual nature rather than just directly your eyes, they draw me to this vision. It's almost like it's laser sight, laser vision. But then they do actually show me glasses now. They're showing me these rimmed glasses. So in the way that I'm feeling it, it's attention to your eyes, but the potential also of your vision within this. So it's something to be mindful of, but also its potential. So there's multi-layered in the way that they show this to me. Okay, so moving along now to the next question. And this question is from Traveller88. He says, Zil has no developers that are working on it. Can it really move much more? Now, in the way that Spirit shows me, it's like there's a lot going on a certain base level, on a ground level, but it's like it's moving in these rings of development in a way. So it's like it's mysterious in the way that it's working. It's like it may appear that it has no developers, and perhaps it doesn't have that many, but it's like there is other forces and other things moving with Zil and the energy of Zil and the project. And it may come as some surprise the way that it will lift when it does. But Spirit also impresses upon me that it needs a bit more time. It's like all the timelines have been drawn out. Things are going to take longer to eventuate, to develop. And I feel as though this is for many projects, but they're wanting Zil to have more time to develop into what it truly is going to be. And I see some beautiful things coming for it. Okay, moving along to the next question. Kapil KC has asked, I've applied for a big opportunity course related to my profession. Will I be able to get and complete it successfully? Spirit draws my attention to your intelligence, essentially. And they're showing me you studying or learning or working something out, but it's like equations, and it's like in the way that they show it, it's very methodical and a lot of active mind energy. So you're very, very capable of achieving and completing this course. They do bring my energy, though, to this self-doubt. They're speaking of this self-doubt, and they show me you holding back a little bit too much. It's like they're saying, believe in yourself because you're great. Recognize who you are because you're very, very gifted, is what they're wanting to share with you. Okay, so moving along to the next question now from Dorianico, saying, what do I need to know? Spirit shows me your energy, and it's very soft and peaceful. There's this peace. And as I connect to this more, this energy of yours, it's like they're showing me a child, a boy in the spirit world, and they're connecting you together. Now, it's like there's a soul connection here, and Spirit just wants to point that out and the significance of that. It's like the way that they make me feel is like there's some interesting things to come with you and him, and it's like the two of you together, and the energy of both of you just brings this calm and this peace. So it's very beautiful. And Spirit impresses upon me that it's a very divine meeting, and your energy together is very healing to both of you and also to those around you. So the next question is from Teacher Coach EV, who says, why won't the wound on my ankle close? It has been an injury since October the 2020, been seeing a wound specialist since January 2022. It's been frustrating. I have been told it's from generational energy. If that is the case, how can I heal this? Now, Spirit shows me a lot of frustration and anger around this, and it's like this anger is starting to hurt my heart, and it feels as though it moves into a very deep resentment in the way that this generational energy comes through. I feel as though that you have a lot of resentment coming through around situations from your past. It has connections to your mother and something that's taken place there. Now, it's also connecting to your partner, and it's like the way it comes through is there's a lot of resentment and lashing out. There's this level of blame that's coming at your partner that is perhaps your own personal story. And I know this seems a little bit kind of hardcore and intense, the way this is coming through, but I'm just giving it as Spirit is sharing it and showing it. So really it's about understanding and acknowledging this deep resentment that you have, and it's like it will support wounds to just close, but it's like this energy that is coming through, and this anger is almost keeping the wound open. And the more you allow the anger to move and just sit within yourself, and realizing that this anger is actually hurting your own heart and wounding you also, and just taking a bit of responsibility for your own emotional energy, and just taking time with you, sitting quietly, allowing yourself to breathe, taking space to come back to yourself, and you'll find that the wounds will just start healing, because it's very energetic what's taking place here. So just allow some of this generational pain and trauma. Let it release, because it's time. Okay, Teacher Coach, Spirit launched right in there with that one, so I hope you were ready for that. I hope it reaches you gently, that message. Okay, so I'm going to connect to another one or two questions. Next one's from Parag, asking, how do you foresee the future of Syntropy Noia project? Now, I haven't really heard much about this project myself, but as I ask Spirit, as I connect to it, they're showing me reference to a watch. They're like someone standing there, they're looking at the time and they're ticking on the watch. And I ask Spirit to help me to understand what they're referring to. They're talking about waiting. It's a waiting game. And it feels as though there's a lot going on around this project, but something's not quite getting there, moving into the next level yet. And they say it's a waiting game. Be patient. But it almost feels like something hasn't been locked in yet. We're waiting for something to be locked in the way that they make me feel here. And it feels a little bit disappointing in the way that it's coming through. So it's just a matter of being patient, waiting for this development, but they're not making me feel very positive. And I almost feel like I'll just continue to keep waiting and it'll never come. It's like something has to go click and something has to connect everything together. But it's like whether that happens or not is another question. But it's not really looking very promising at this stage where the current energy is. That may change, but that's just what Spirit's giving me at this time. Okay, so the last question is from Patrick Lim, who says, which crypto will give us the best returns for this year? Wow, Patrick. Well, that's a pretty big question. And I'm not sure if I want to tackle that one really, but I'll just open to Spirit and ask what they want to give to you in regards to your question. They're showing me a huge wheel that's spinning. Now it feels very much like gravity, and they show me energy of the sky and the ether drawing into this spinning wheel, which is earth grounded. Now, I feel as though they're not wanting to speak directly to names. They're just wanting to show a scene. So I'm going to share this scene. This wheel that's spinning, and it's pulling down into this earth energy and into manifestation. Now I'm seeing a team all working within this ring. It's like a ring of people. It's like a community of people. I'm seeing blue and a light blue color coming in to this energy. It's this water energy that connects to what they're referring to. I feel as though this is a project, but I'm feeling like to stay back from it, even though they are showing me little images of different things, and I am seeing a dog, and I know it's interesting the way Doge and all of the little connections in the past that have come through with Doge and Spirit have been very interesting, but I am seeing a little dog reference here. It feels very colourful. It almost does feel meme-like in the way that they're flashing, but I feel as though it's not one only. So they show me this little dog, but there's these other colourful energies. So it does have this connection to community and connection to memes, meme coins possibly. And as I ask Spirit, I just want you to give me one more thing to share within this vision in regards to this question. They're giving me this time reference, again, giving it time. I feel like a broken record because it just keeps coming through to give it time, waiting, giving it time. But there is definitely a dog reference coming into this. So I'm just going to leave that with you, and I'm going to thank you all today for joining me, and thank you for your questions. And if there's any reflections or thoughts, please feel free to comment below also. If you're enjoying these videos, please give a like and subscribe and share them with whoever you feel may get something from them. It would mean a lot to supporting all the energy that I put in to the channel. Okay guys, take care until next time. Raven Scry signing off.